1 to 2 of 1,000 newborn babies are born with hearing loss globally. In Africa, it is 1 to 6.
466 million people in the world have some form of hearing loss. 52 million people affected by hearing loss are children under the age of 15.
Hearing impairment can affect one ear, and in some cases, 2 ears can be affected.
Only 17% of individuals who benefit from the use of a hearing aid actually use one.
$1.1 billion young people aged 12 to 35 are at risk of hearing loss due to noise in recreational settings.
Language and communication environment in the family is a crucial part that affects the psychosocial well-being of deaf children. So, deaf children who cannot make themselves understood in the family are 4 times more likely to be affected by mental disorders than those who do not have problems with communication in their family.
Approximately 50% of babies born with hearing loss is due to genetics. This means that the instructions in our body, known as genes and DNA, which are assigned to give us good hearing, does not work as they should.
Do you know that people can have mild hearing loss, moderate hearing loss, or profound hearing loss, which means they are deaf and they cannot hear any sound at all? The fact that someone can hear you doesn't mean the person is not struggling.
Did you know there is more than 1%?
Changes in genes that cause hearing loss still needs to be discovered.
People who have one sense impaired, often their other senses are heightened, and so for people who are born deaf, they use areas of the brain typically devoted to processing sound to instead process vision and touch.
The stigma associated with hearing impairment means that patients refrain from seeking treatment based on their own self-perception or the perceived perception of others once they are diagnosed with hearing loss.
Most deaf people don't view their deafness as a disability.
As a scientist and individual, collectively, we can reduce the number of babies that are born with hearing loss globally if we can understand the factors. One of the major factors is genetic factor, that is, children can inherit hearing loss. Another factor could include maternal infection, or if the mother was taking certain drugs that could damage the hearing of the baby during pregnancy. Another factor could also include certain infection in children, such as meningitis, measles, jaundice. Today, we can join hands together to reduce the number of babies that are born with hearing loss in Africa.